Okay, I've got something for you. The new parts have been fitted to the car. The simulation numbers are good, so look forward to your feedback. Check out the details.
Hello guys, and welcome to episode 11 of F1 2017 Career Mode, and hooray! We finally got the part that failed in Austria. Excellent stuff, so that's a little bit more power. But ideally wanted in Austria, but Silverstone, that's a power track, so that's good. I'm going to fill up 2 upgrades again to the power unit. 1 on power, 1 on fuel efficiency. We've got points to burn, so we may as well try and make the car fuel efficient, because that's another issue with the Honda power unit. It's not the most major problem, but hey ho. Jeff is apparently telling us that net in Q1 that for some reason we only have 2 minutes left and we need to set a time. That's why we're out there, Jeff, trying to set a time. But listen through cops. That's right, like the 2018 cars are in life. Not so long ago, completely flat. And through Maggots, Beckett's, and then even through Chapel. The speed is unbelievable. We're generating a hell of a lot of speed here, and we're not far off Hamilton, even though he's on the opposite tyre we're on the quali. And that will pause P3, which immediately becomes P4, because that was behind us. And he's safely through too, I imagine. And through Q1, yep. P10, that'll do. That'll do indeedy do. Interestingly though, we see 3 of the big runners chose the option tyre there, which means they're not taking in Q2. But we are! Even on the option with flat through cops, on low fuel anyway. It's incredible, but we'll be able to squeak into Q3 unlike we did in Austria. Where are we going to be? Where are we going to be? P10, we squeaked through, and that's all that matters. Woohoo! Tyre advantage. Turns out though, we ended up in the middle of nowhere. The gap between Magnussen and Sainz Jr. was actually quite big, so who knows? Anyway, Q3 now, coming through the club chicane. And now coming into the third part of club, about to cross the line now. Where are we going to go? We're going to be P6, but strangely enough, you got purple in sector 3, which is weird. Because Hannah Straight is, well, a straight. Anyway, it's the last lap in Q3, I'll let you enjoy it.
As we wind down from the excitement of qualifying, here's a look at your top 3. Hamilton, Raikkonen and Sebastian Vettel. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
So, P5, that's quite remarkable. Hamilton, home advantage. He must have got the Mansell Mania. We must have got a bit too, because we managed to beat the Red Bulls. That's incredible. Anyway, on to the resource points. Yep, accumulating those. That's another minor upgrade ready to go. Once Hungary comes along, yeah, we're having power unit upgrades for Hungary, which is weird, but no matter. We'll gloss over that. Power is where we need everywhere, but they're ready for Spa and Mons, which is the most crucial thing. In the rivalry, Kvyat didn't actually complete qualifying, and our time was obviously much quicker, over a second. Lovely. Now with the team approval, we beat Fernando. We did better than the objective. I'm not going to bother with agent goals anymore because they're a bit daft. So it's time for the British Grand Prix.
With me today is a man who's no stranger to the thrills of Silverstone. He's a past winner here in sports cars, of course. It's our good friend Anthony Davidson. You seem particularly excited for this one, Ant. Is there something you want to tell me?
Oh, just looking forward to it, Crofty. It's always a very special atmosphere, and also I started karting in the late 1980s, and I was here for that epic race in 1986 with Mansell and Piquet fighting each other.
With that then, let's run through the grid order. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, edging out Raikkonen, who'll start P2. Looking down the rest of the grid we have Vettel, Bottas, a McLaren and Verstappen, Ricciardo, Perez, Ocon and Kevin Magnussen, Sainz, Hülkenberg, Jolyon Palmer and Grosjean, Massa, Stroll, Daniel Kvyat and Fernando Alonso, Wehrlein and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
So okay, on strategy, it's going to be an option prime, a traditional strategy from back in the day. And we're going to fuel up to a reasonable level of 2.5, which is half the real life limit, so it makes sense. As we line up for the British Grand Prix, well, we've already lined up. What am I on about? Here come the lights. There's 2, there's 3, there's 4, and there's 5. And we are going for the British Grand Prix, and we actually get a good bite off the line to say we're on option tyres versus the qualies. Looks like we're going to have Bottas down the outside of Abbey. Yes, we do. And we're up to P4. Free farm there. Yellow's behind us, so there's contact. We're going to have a look at Raikkonen into Village. And we do make contact, but not the bad that I made on Hamilton in real life. By the way, that wasn't deliberate. Anyone that thinks that is an idiot. But Raikkonen hands it around the outside and keeps it inside of the loop. Freeway entry. We just have to accept that we're not going to get him on the Welton straight. Anyway, and we maintain people. But Bottas is going to have a look at us because he wants to get back on the back of his fellow Finn. Of course, there is issue there between the two, of course. Three Brooklands and now into Lovefield. Turns out the first three are actually compacting. That's Lewis still out in front from Vettel and then Raikkonen. And also then there's us, there's Bottas and everyone behind. Free woodcut we go. We take the inside side. That's an unusual line for a woodcut now. Here are intercuts. Are we flying full fuel? Yes, with a slight bit of cheating, of course. So we're being warned there. Now through Maggots. And now into Beckett's. It's an absolute sensational piece of track. But nearly fuel, it's a bit of a task. But through Chapel now. Lovely done. We've still got Bottas up our chuff. Luckily there is no DRS yet. But when DRS comes in, we're going to have to be quite wary. As we now head into Stowe, chucking it in. Locking up a little bit, but it's alright. Taking the exit nicely. Down the Vale. And now into the club chicane. Heavy braking. Hooking the first bit up. Now into the second bit. We're handing on just about to the Ferraris. Taking a lot of track through the third. Going as wide as such curb was in the Real 2018 race. And that's the end of lap 1. Still in P4. Towards the end of lap 2. All is still well. We're about the same distance from the Ferraris. And Bottas is still behind us. Take a little bit too much through second bit of club. But it's alright. Through the third bit. Lewis is still out in front. He's pushing very hard. And DRS is now enabled. The home here is going well here. The main one in front. We've got us in fourth. Don't know what Jolyon's doing. Jolyon's probably just being Jolyon. And lap 4, we're actually pulling away from Bottas. That's got a reasonable gap, despite the fact he has DRS. I was heading to Stowe now. This is looking very good towards saying we're on option tyres. So yeah, all is good towards the end of lap 4. And now onto lap 5. Bottas is getting a little bit closer. He has got the speed advantage through the first section of corners because it makes good an error. And let's be honest, he's got a bloody good engine. Now coming out of entry, we're going to have to look behind because Bottas is close. We're going to have to go defensive on the Welton straight. He's on qualies. We're on options. It's the inverse of him and Vettel from the Real 2018 race. And we brush him aside, just like he did with Vettel in the real race in 2018. And that's all done for now. But intriguingly, lap 5, Bottas pits. He's on a 2 clearly. Because can you really get side prime? 21 laps, equivalent of 42 in real life. On an unloved tyre that was unloved in real life. Who's to say? I imagine he's on a 2. We've got other cars pitting as well. That means we're up to P3. Vale's pitted as well. And on lap 8, yes, we're in the lead because of strategy plays going on. For an Americanism, I'm so sorry for an Americanism at my home race. I'm so sorry. And then we've got Verstappen and Sainz Jr. behind us. They're clearly thinking of a long term. And they're actually in the pits now at the end of lap 9, getting flat 10. Stroll, I think he's on the same strategy as us. So he's up to P2 now. He started on options as well. I assume he's going to prime. I assume he's doing the one as well. Or he's doing a offset 2 where he's going to start on the option and then go quali. Hamilton's on a 2. He's gone to qualies. I can tell you that now. But eventually he would pass Stroll very quickly. No real surprise there. Equal power and much better tyres and chassis. And then Raikkonen eventually passes him. Well, Raikkonen is intriguingly on the primes. Speaking of prime tyres, we're going to get ours because we're now in the pits. God, stopping at the win is a little bit tricky because you have to come down to 37 miles an hour. And it is a bit of a trundle, so it is a little bit boring, Wayne. We've passed the podium, by the way. Unusually, though, in the game, it actually sets the teams from top to bottom in 2016. And here we go. Option to prime, and away we go. Also, it uses not too many garages because where the teams would be normally in real life, they spread it all across the pit lane. Look at this, all these empty garages that we use in real life. I'm just babbling because there's nothing really else to say. Off to them to now into second, third, fourth, and looks like I'm going to be fighting Ericsson at the pace. Yes, he's just passed us, so we're going to have to get by him. He's on the options. I think he's on the same strategy as us, which is intriguing in itself. Maybe that'll work for the Cyber. And I say yet another ill-timed for us virtual safety car. Oh, why? If only it came out 30 seconds early, it would have gained a bit more time. We're not going to stress about that, because we're now back to green. So, we've still got to catch Ericsson, but we're straight in the DRS zone, down the Hannah Straight. We're able to catch that 2016 Ferrari engine Sauber. Can we get there? Not quite. But we're getting closer into Stowe. We've clearly got much fresher tyres and much better aero and a better chassis. Now we'll be looking into club. Ericsson's going unusually defensive, but we're going to take him on the inside through the second part of club, and that's done. Ericsson's lost a lot of time that unnecessarily, and even cost me time as well because he sent me around the long way. But hey, we passed him. Not going to complain too much. I think Magson's paid ahead of us now, so that's all good. And now move on to lap 14, where we've had people pit yet again, people like Stroll, etc. Vettel is actually still behind us. I think he's actually made his second stop, he must have done. And now it's Ricciardo behind us on the prime tyre. He's currently about 1.8 behind us. He's actually enjoying the prime tyre better than we are, relative to when he was on, I think he was on qualies to start with, and we were on options, of course. Intriguingly, Hamilton's made his stop, and he's behind us. So his quali option strategy is now coinciding with our option prime. So this is going to be quite intriguing. He's going to have DRS on us, and we're going to do the patriotic duty, and we're going to get out of his way. We ain't going to win the British Grand Prix unless something happens to Raikkonen. So let's let Lewis chase after him. For Queen and Country, I have done that. So you better be grateful. Anyway, we're down to P3 now, but Hamilton's not our race, so we're not going to be stressing about that. Ricciardo, he's closing. Yes, we did let Hamilton bite like he was lapping us, but he is closing in. He is happier on these tyres than he was on his qualies. So yes, maybe the options did help us earlier. But now Ricciardo on lap 16, will he have a look at us down into Brooklands? He makes us go defensive. And Jeff's babbling about engine movement and trying to defend. Why, Jeff? Why? But Ricciardo's staying it tight. He's staying very close to us as we exit upfield. Now through Woodcup as we head down the old pit strip. As we now head into Cops. Ricciardo's making us go defensive again. There was a slight overlap into Cops now. We just about stay flat. And yes, we're still in P3. But Ricciardo's going to give us some aggro into lap 17. Through Abbey. We have to go defensive. Defensive into Abbey. If the DRS zone that existed there in 2018 was in this game, we'd have been toast. I'm sure of it. I'm sure he'd have made his move. But no matter. There is no DRS zone now. That's why we worry him. Now, out of the loop we go. Now through entry. He was close through that section. We were pulled away through those traction zones. Will we be able to keep hold of the position into Brooklands? I think we're actually able to this time. That's all good. Down to lap 18, he's giving us aggro yet again on the beginning of the lap. I've got defensive into Abbey once more, and he actually overlaps with us. But we somehow keep the position, and now we have to focus on keeping it into Village. He actually gives us a tap. I may have got front wing damage there. He may have. I'm not so sure. That remains to be seen, but he's still attacking us. That's Daniel Ricciardo for you. I've now had through entry, now into the Welton Strip. It appears though he is far enough back behind. But no, he isn't. We're going to have to go defensive again, getting to Brooklands. But we just about held him off. We go a little bit wide, though. So we're going to have to keep the inside through left field. We push him out wide, and he tries to get a cut back line, but that ain't happening for him. So, that is still P3 for us, somehow. But is he dropping off because he's 1.1 behind on the beginning of lap 19, where he's been giving us aggro before, and now to lap 20, he's now 2 seconds behind. I think he has got front wing damage, and it's costing him about a second a lap, 9/10 or so to us. In fact, it's costing him, because as we now zoom in on the top left, very slowly and very dramatically, we notice something. He actually gets passed by Valtteri Bottas, who is 3.1 behind us according to that graphic. He's on options, he's on 2-stop, just like Hamilton. But in 2 seconds alone, he's taken 1.8 out of us. We're going to have our work cut out, because this is going to be even harder. He's faster than Ricciardo, and let's be honest, he's in a Merc. He's going to be quick in a straight line, and it's a Merc circuit as well. So, good luck to me. But we managed to keep it flat through cops somehow. So, towards the end of lap 20, on the Hannah straight now, Bottas is going to give us some aggro. His Foster's got very defensive into stop. We're just about keeping him behind. I think he actually punts us, if I'm not mistaken. I think he just did, because we got a jolt there. And on to lap 23 now, he's closing in for us. Through Woodcote, he's getting a top. We're going to have to go on the inside. We're going to have to try and brave out into cops. And we force him out wide. We just about stay on the track somehow. And that's the gap for us. And on to lap 24. Down to Welton straight. This is never ended, is it? He's constantly on the attack here. He's using the party mode that Mercedes allegedly has. But as we notice that towards the end of lap 24,
Bottas is behind you. The gap behind us is 1.4 seconds. They're on old softs. The time last lap was a 1:34.4.
thanks to Jeff, Bottas is slipping behind. And now we notice he's 1.5 behind us to enter the last lap. Has he got front wing damage too? I think Asari had front wing damage through cops. So yes, Kimi Räikkönen has won the British Grand Prix. He has broken the hearts of the British crowd for the second time in 11 years after 2007. He denies Hamilton the home victory. And me the home victory as well. That we all both badly so wanted. It's going to be a bittersweet victory. But at least unlike the 2018 real life podium, he ain't going to be booed. So that's good for him. Now here we are, on to the final sector of the British Grand Prix. We've come far. We've come far from those dark days at the beginning of the career mode. Yes, we had 2 great races to start off, and then we had tricky issues with the live comms in Bahrain, in Russia. But they're going to all be forgotten, because as we come through club and now into the final corner, it is a British Grand Prix podium. That's right, a debut podium is at home. Racing's come home.
Strong drive and a good finish. Well done.
And as we can see, it's time for the podium, and as the drivers make their way out, there's a familiar red suit making its way to the top step. Fantastic win for Ferrari.
And he ain't getting big like the real 2018 race. First podium at home. That feels so good. Surprising as well. Where was everybody else? Why were we only fighting Ricciardo and Bottas? Where was Vettel? Where was Verstappen? Who cares though? Who cares? Anyway, to the race results. Still roaringly 48 seconds behind. But that is several seconds less than in Austria, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing. We can't complain too much about that, yeah? Vettel's down in 9th. Verstappen in 7th. That's a bit strange. The Force Indians were mixing it as well, using their power advantage. However, we're up to 8th in the Driver Championship now, because we've managed to overtake President. We're 1 point behind Ocon, 3 behind Verstappen. And in the Constructors, well, we're walking away now from Haas as we produce a very mature haul of points there. I think you'll agree with that. Sorry, I'm such a child. Anyway, to resource points away from being a child. We're accumulating quite a few there. This is lovely. We're going to pass the 700 point, which is going to be good. And in the rivalry, yeah, we finished the race. A podium finish. That's an extra point against Kvyat I wasn't expecting. Even though he got the fastest lap, clearly he must have been on a 2 again if I didn't catch it already. And yeah, our team approval, they're loving it. They're loving it indeed. And it's catching the eyes, in particular, of the factory Renault team and Sauber. And now here comes the career score. I've got a maths degree, but I still don't know what all this means. It means something.
How are you here? Are you happy? I mean, obviously, I hope so, but you do have some other options if you're up for a new challenge. Let me just grab the door. I had a call from another team a few weeks ago, and well, things have moved on since then. These are the offers I've managed to put together for you. You don't have to do anything with them, but let me know what you think.
Of course, Mr. Owen McLaren. This is a project, as I was saying in the beginning of the career mode. This is a project, which we're only going to do one season, unfortunately, because we're that close to the launch of F1 2018. Here's our guy again, asking us to drive some more classic cars. So I'm going to leave you with the 2008 McLaren around China. And I shall see you next time for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Goodbye.
sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through?